Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Reminder that everything we're about to do is not financial advice. And this is for education and entertainment purposes only. If you guys can all just in chat can confirm that you can see my screen. The disclaimer was just up, and then now you should be able to see our index layout that we have here at True Algo. Hope you guys are all doing absolutely fantastic. Thanks for joining us. Market's open in little less than a half hour. We're going to talk about our plan and make some ideas for what we think markets will want to move to. And then any questions you guys have, feel free to just pop right in and ask them. Okay, sweet. Thank you guys for confirming. I appreciate that. Sweet. So any questions that you guys have, feel free to ask. I'm going to start going through charts and looking at what things are doing and where things could be headed for New York, and just show you how we work through our True Algo system. I'll be clearing my throat here and there as I'm still a little bit under the weather, but we don't want to miss streams, so always making sure that we're on here. Make sure you guys get a chance to check chat for the update regarding how to share the stream and get entered into our free giveaway. We're going to give away 2 free memberships to our indicator and our live stream sessions, as well as to the premium side of our Discord here. And we'll announce those winners on Friday. All you have to do is like the stream, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and then just share a picture or a screenshot in our Discord. There's actually the directions are all listed in our Discord and on our socials, but just share a screenshot of you sharing our live stream on your socials, and that's what will get you entered, and 2 people will get a free 1-month membership to our indicator. So people have been asking for trials, and we're just trying to make sure we can start doing and give it back for those people that are requesting. But please keep asking questions, and we'll be here to help you. And then just a reminder that this is for demo and paper trading only. This is entertainment and education purposes. This is not any type of financial advice whatsoever. All right, so just waiting for people to jump in just a little tiny bit. I'll sort of go over like what's been going on, and then as we get closer to the New York Open, I mean, we're 25 minutes away from it right now, and we'll just talk about the views that we have as we jump across assets. And then one of the biggest things about using our indicator set is it's predictive. And every day we jump on here and we live stream inside of our Discord. And we're trying to show members, one, the easiest thing to learn to use our system is to see someone doing it live versus just watching a couple of videos and then trying to fend for yourself. We are live streaming every single day during the New York session in the morning during the highest volatility to help. So, but if you're someone who doesn't want to trade during New York and you're someone who wants to trade during the London session or during the Asia session, that all works. So just drawing your eyes over here to the right side of your screen. If you are someone who likes to trade the Asia or London session, this is the US 30, folks, which this is, as you have seen in our socials, this is our bigger swing box. You can see it is bigger size-wise compared to the smaller box down here. This is for our day levels and our scalpers. But inside of this swing box, it's been here all week. So our members have known ahead of time that when price reaches into this swing box, this is usually when bigger players tend to start to set up bigger short positions. And when price closes above the box, like you've seen in our socials, or just to show you now, this price action will lean bullish when we simply start closing above the box. We've shown you that before. Or if you're looking for a system that can sort of simplify things for you. So as price has come up live, we've gotten into this. The yellow box is the Asia session. And now you can see our swing box is doing its job like so. And right now, the US 30 is currently back testing and flipping our swing box for bearish reversals bearish, which is what we want to see ahead of time. So, and then one other key thing, again, trying to show things that are not in hindsight. I'm just going to go backwards on the chart. And these are 15-minute candles. You guys can see in the top left, we're not hiding what candles we're on. This is that Asia session. Again, Asia opened into our swing bearish box. We know it's bearish as it's above price. It's also labeled R to help people know R is above, S is below. But as you can see here, this is that daily scalp target we've talked to you guys about. That's not about a win rate, it's about a hit rate. So when this printed today for our members up here in your top right, and I can make this bigger, we have these settings all available for you. But you'll see that this scalp rate is going to tell you that today there's an 87% chance for this to get hit. Currently, we cannot break above our bigger swing box. So when this line prints to tell us that there's an 87% chance to get hit, that percentage to get hit will continue to be high until we close above this box. And then once you close above the box, you look to flip bullish. So when that prints and you're up here towards the top and you're looking for similar ideas to get down to get to that scalp target, let's say you're someone who likes to trade during the Asia session, there's that bearish confirmation candle close. You've taken the liquidity of New York, and now you can set your stop, and it's a 7-to-1. What if you like to trade the Asia session or the London session and you're not available during the Asia session? You have options 24/7 with us. Here's the London Open. London opens bearish, setting your stop, and now what was a 7-to-1 is now a 6-to-1, and you're trying to get to that scalp target. And this is before New York ever opens. Instead of you having to wait for markets to get there, when New York opens, which is the highest volatility in the market, you can get to targets and ideas to present themselves anytime in the markets. It does not matter. So that was that scalp target getting cleared. And now, and we teach this in our tutorials, we teach this in the Discord, and you've seen this in our social platforms. This scalp target remains something we want to watch for the rest of today. So as long as price is closing underneath this little blue line running across what we teach, you look to get to the box lower. As long as it's closing under it. When you start closing back above this blue line, you'll simply target the box higher. You don't base all of that on just because of that one thing, but it's a strategy that you can layer on top. So closing below that line and closing below our box now raises the probability that New York is going to run into this. So something just to think about. It's predictive because these all print, they don't move, they stay static. So members can make their plans for the entire day before they go to bed or when they wake up as they pop through assets. And now, as you can see, we are currently rejecting from that swing box once it loads here. And we are still back testing and rejecting from that scalp target line that's running across. This little green arrow up the top is letting our members know that that scalp target that had an 87% chance to be hit today has already been cleared. So if you were to wake up and you're like, oh, I want to play to the scalp targets, and you see that green arrow, that lets you know it's already been cleared for the day. So now you can simply just click off and go to a different asset. And how you can see how our indicators work in tandem. This is for you ES, mini MES contract players. The same exact concept happened with that, except for it did not hit a box at the top. So if you're a London trader, London immediately opened on the silver bullet session and went bearish. You lose daily open, and now you're getting to our scalp target. You close below the scalp target, and you start targeting the box lower. So that scalp target had an 89% chance to be hit today on the ES. And then lastly, if you're an NQ trader, same concept. London opens, rejecting from the previous New York, hits a scalp target, clears it, and that one had an 85.7% chance to be cleared today. The stats update in real time to help you give a better idea of where price is headed from a probability standpoint. If you're a Forex trader, this is the DXY. So I want to point out something that can really, really help you in our system. This bad boy right here, you guys have seen this before. Price is pushed up. I want to draw your attention to something that can really help you. Our system is predictive, okay? What we mean is the boxes are there before price gets there. You have an entire day to make your plans. So when price opens here, you've now got these boxes stacked. Look at these candles, and I want to show you like how powerful the system is. And when we go into New York Open, we're going to do the same thing. So if you're someone who trades Forex, you should be using DXY, and I'm going to show you why in a second. Even if you don't use our indicator, we'd love to help you at least with that. So, and let me show you, I'm going to go back in time just to show you how powerful this is. So right here, when this is getting hit on DXY, it's hitting our bearish reversal box up, and we show you this in our socials. But what I want to draw your attention to is look at every single one of these candles. We teach you in our socials, and when you join our indicator, we talk to you. The only way you get a reversal, because remember, these box print before price gets there, is you have to get a bearish candle close or the candle close of what you want to get a reversal. So as these prices candles pushed up, you see how they're all green? So retail traders that trade Forex during London are continuing to short DXY or to short things that are US dollar led, or they're longing the euro. So as this pushes up, you see how it's green, 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 green? It's pushing through our system. Earlier during the Asia session, during the day, you see how these wicks, and if you zoom into the candles, you can really see how not a single candle body closed in the box, offering beautiful scalp opportunities. The first one being right here, close, bearish. There's the entrance trigger, there's the short. And then when it comes up again, you couldn't close in the box. And as soon as it closes bullish in the box, you continue to look higher until you get a bearish candle close. See how it pushes straight up through the system? Retail traders short here. This works on all of our asset classes. And now it pushes up into our daily reversal box. You get a bearish candle close. But look at this circle. If you look at the right side of your screen, this is the euro, which is the one of the assets I believe most people trade in Forex. At the same time that DXY is hitting our bearish reversal box, this helps you build confluence if you're someone who struggles to build confluences in your trades. At the same time, we now have DXY hitting the bullish reversal box. And this is what we show you in our socials. But this is today's, guys. This is not hindsight. It's not us cherry picking. So now, from here, watch what happens to the euro. Wait for the bullish candle confirmation close. There's your first bullish candle confirmation. And this is, if you look at the bottom of the screen, there's 7:30. And then this is 7:45, 7:30. So as it happens, there's the big bullish candle up, there's the big bearish candle reversal. That's helping you build the confluence, and then watch what happens to the euro after. Even if you miss that first bigger bullish candle close from our system, when DXY is bearish reversing from our system to build confluence, you can see the move that continued afterwards, which is gigantic. And right now, DXY is headed to open. The euro is headed back, as you can see too. Sometimes there's a lot of things on the chart that can get in the way. If you look at the euro right now, we're getting a lot of Bitcoin alerts at the moment. This big yellow box, and I'll make it bigger for you, is the top of our swing system. I can even click it. If I'm not someone who wants to use day trading or anything like that, I'll just sit here and I'll turn off my scalp mode, which is the day levels, and I'll turn on just my swing mode. You'll see these little boxes are going to disappear. And if you're someone who likes to look at things from a higher time frame, or you struggle with bias and trend views, this can help you. So as you can see, we've gotten to the very top of our weekly swing system, and then there is a rejection, change of character, and market structure. If you're someone who uses fibs, there's your fib getting hit and retested. It's going to play out better in our box. You can start to combine your techniques, and then as price pushes down, back test and loses the box and pushes back down. And then if you're someone who just likes to scalp, you can see the same assets on a day time frame or a swing time frame. You don't have to hold positions longer or shorter because of the way you use the system. The point of the system is these swing boxes are telling you this is an area that is more powerful in the charts. These are the day boxes, and this is offering a tremendous move out of the system. Just like this scalp original position, that it's hitting the box, getting a bullish reversal, stop hunt, and then there's the push out, offering scalps. Then the system is lost, back test, straight down to the next box. You can perceive the reactions because they should occur where our boxes are at, because again, they're there before price does. And when price closes outside of the box, you target the next box closest to it, and you can see that happening from a day trade perspective. And then as you get more and more used to our system, if you don't want to be on just the day trade mode or just the swing mode, you have full mode where you can combine both. And at the beginning, this might be a little bit too much information for people, but if you're a day trader, you can start on just the day trade system, which is the smaller boxes. And then if you're someone who likes to swing or wants to have a broader view of the chart for a week, you can use our swing system, which you can see has done its job, and right now it's back testing it. But before, as New York opens in 13 minutes, so we still have a little bit of time. I'm just noting to myself, and I'll note to the members, that the euro is now entering again into our broader swing bearish reversal box, where it can look to push down. As long as DXY can hold this open, then DXY will push up, and then the euro would do something like so. That's why we teach our members to use DXY with whichever Forex asset they're looking at. Silver just went nuts, and I just want to show you live. This candle's moving. Silver is right here in the middle of your screen, guys. Just want to show you like how powerful this is. Remember what I just told you about Forex? I told you it doesn't matter which asset you look at using our system from a live perspective. And our members will know this too. And we just told you. You see how this candle is straight bullish green? Where some of you might, oh look, the liquidity was taken. Now it's time to look to short. And that's what retail traders are going to do. For us with True Algo, this candle is green and it has closed above the box. What do we teach and what do we tell you? A lot of you guys have seen our socials before, and these are live candles. This candle's closed bullish above the boxes. What do? You simply target the next box higher. And where some people think you have to wait days and they don't show you the time frames, we show you the time frames on our candles. Within the very next 30 minutes, No stop hunt. It doesn't even back test the box because we've closed so far above our system, just telling you to target the next box higher. And this is where you're able to extract 200 and 300 points out of a market in a single candle. And then where we talk about the live aspect of our indicator, remember, as we told you, this right now is the swing box. This is there since Sunday. We know this is where our traders are going to look for price to really struggle to break. This is a place where the bigger traders are going to look for markets to push down. And as you can see from a live candle, look at the sell instantaneously when it gets touched. And right now, this is the highest it would be for a day before it would start a bullish trend. But for us, this is where the bots are going to look to take profit and push down. And now you're seeing that happen live. If you go to a smaller candle, there's opportunities if you're a scalper and you like 5 minutes. We still teach to use bigger confirmation candle closes, but let's say you're someone who uses the 5 minute. Look how clear our system is on the 5 minute. The boxes are in the same spot, folks. This is why you can predict it. So if you're a 5 minute trader, you can't short this. Why? Why can't you short this? And I'm asking, if you're new and you're new to the stream, this is something that you can ask yourself, or for members that have been here for a long time, why can't you short these candles? They're hitting our box. They're supposed to reverse bearish. And the answer is no. Our members know it has to be a candle confirmation close of what you want. And now look up here. Candle confirmation close of what you want. And now it's going shorter into the system, into the next box. Candle closes below this box. You then look to get to this box. It really helps get that emotional side out of the way. But if you're someone who uses different candles, we teach the tutorials, and look, the candle's getting bigger and bigger from the sell side. To use 30-minute confirmations, we're trying to teach people to not be that retail trader who constantly gets caught in markets on the wrong side. But as you can see, this is where retail is going to long like crazy, and the candle's selling off. As you go to smaller and smaller time frames, you'll see the boxes are still doing the same exact thing. You don't have to trade against time frames and go against them. You can use the candle confirmation that you want. We just teach 30 minutes in the beginning. But at least from a live setting, you're seeing the bots sell automatically from the exact touch from our system. So silver will look to be bearish here at open. Oil, we did this on our Sunday stream with our members. We had a target up here. Every Sunday night, we do a macro update stream. If you're an oil trader, we already had a perfect short opportunity from the swing box on a Monday, and it happened during the New York Silver Bullet session. If you're an ICT trader, pushes down, gains back into the swing box here, and pushes straight up, offers another scalp short, pushes back up, another scalp short, and now you're breaking into the swing box for a third time. And this was the target from Sunday's stream. And so this is an area where we expect oil to start to really struggle during this New York session. We still have a scalp target down low that has an 87.3% chance for oil to hit. So for me, at New York Open, I'm looking for something like this to happen, or something like this to happen for New York. The only way I would not, and this is something that can really help you guys, again, any of our assets, but just this one in particular for today, because it's a nuanced thing. This is where the system is today. The only way I will not want this to get cleared, even though it has an 87% chance to be cleared today, will be as soon as price closes above the box, because then we simply target the next box higher, which you can see is way further above price. So I will look for this to get hit during the New York session today. And one of the two options are either rejecting immediately from our box down or going up into our day trade box right here to then push down. It allows us to make plans before price gets there, because we are going to perceive the reaction because the box is there before price gets there. So yeah, not going to spend a lot of time on crypto. I know not a lot of people on here trade crypto, but Ethereum right here, absolutely perfect. If you're someone who struggles with all this volatility, and now it's red again in our bigger swing box, and you're someone who likes to swing crypto instead of someone who tells you to just hodl and hold forever, we can really start to show you predictive ways to swing things instead of how they do. We try to beat the retail mentality. Back to indexes, The US 30 has now put in a new low. Again, New York hasn't opened, guys. But as we said earlier, we hit that scalp target on US 30. And now, while people keep waiting for New York to open, that short from our system from the bigger swing box is still doing its thing. And we are looking to get it down into this box here. This little blue line running across is part of the New York session from yesterday. This is included inside of our companion app. We also rejected perfectly from the silver bullet session if you're someone who uses that during London. And that New York session will start a half hour into the New York session. So for me, I'm trying to like predictions. So first 30 minutes of New York Open, I would love for this to happen. Check it out. Again, you can do this because the boxes are already there. I would love something like so for the New York session open. And then that silver bullet session will start. And right when that silver bullet session starts, when most retail traders will then short where this box is, we get a bullish hold. And then those retail traders short, that silver bullet session starts. It's starting at a bullish reversal box. And then we get this straight out and we trap those traders. So the system gives us an opportunity to plan things out before price gets there. That's something like you have to do in markets. You have to make plans. You have to have invalidations. That's why people struggle so much where they put their stops and where they put their entrances, because usually their entrances and exits are based off of I can't lose X amount versus your loss should be some type of system development that you're doing. And so that's why for us, using the boxes as a pre-planned idea that when you close beyond the box, if you're looking to reverse up and you close right here, your idea is now invalidated because now the algorithm is telling you price wants to go down there. So real good, helpful tool for getting out of your own way. We want to escape the retail pitfalls. I want to show you like when you first join, when we include the companion app, this is what it would look like if you turn the companion app off. And it would just look like so. You can see we flipped our bigger swing box bullish and now pushed up and looking for New York to come and retest it to a tick. This was yesterday on our live stream, and I was live coaching this with our members. It's so small. It's a little nuanced thing that can be missed. But just showing you right here, you see this circle? I'll put it right in the middle of your screen. First, the beautiful scalp short from our system if you were trading during the London session. But if you're someone who trades New York, this is the New York opening candle. New York is opening in our box. So there's no reason to be overly bearish till it's below the box. Unless you're going to scalp to right there, that's bad risk to reward. If you're someone who struggles with RR, the system can start showing you what would be a better idea because shorting straight down to here is too small of an RR type position. And then now as price pushes up, we can see here that perfect back test of New York open. And if you're, look, New York open is right here. See the blue? There's the session open in case you think it's not there. It's perfectly back test our box, flips bullish, and then you can see the run up. So New York is just about to open here in 2 minutes. We'll all move live together here. And for me, there's a couple things that we just want to catch, especially for the current members of our group. And then those of you who are new, just, again, this is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. I really do hope you get entertained as we go. US 30, folks, we've just put in another new low during this live stream that we've been watching. The NQ is remaining slightly more bullish right now compared to the ES and US 30. So I'll be watching for this to get down to the box. The NQ is holding above the box currently. And then US 30 would like you to get down to this first part of our little companion app. Where I would flip bullish on the US 30 is getting a close in our box here and then looking to push up to open. So right now, like, I can't blindly long the US 30 because it's just in the middle of our system. New York opens in a little bit less than 2 minutes. The euro looks like it's frozen. It's still in the same spot. So right now, I will remain slightly bearish on the euro because DXY is above open. If DXY closes below open, I will look to continue riding along upwards on the euro. If DXY continues to stay above open and we get a close down here, this is high risk, low reward to short down on the euro if you want to fill a gap or fill this gap here as you're trying to go from box to box. We'll see if the pound is at a little bit of a better place. New York is just about to pop open. I'll get there in just a second. And then we'll look to keep calling it live. The pound is trying to break back up into our box. I'll get bullish on the pound when it closes above that box to push up. Again, really quickly, you can flip through assets to make a plan or decide if something is worth trading or not trading. The Aussie is back at our boxes. I remember this from yesterday. Yep. The Aussie is also at a swing bearish reversal and almost trying to, and there's the New York pop. Let me get over to the indexes for you guys. So looking for this bearish move to continue on US 30 and the indexes. I'll flip bullish when we can get some closes above our scalp target like so. Just because it's in the middle of boxes, it's not at an area yet. So looking for these to try to get to this box, and then I can make a higher probability idea. Once US 30 closes in this box here on the right side of your guys' screen, then I'll look to push up. But overall, looking for a continued bearish push down to our box. And this little line here, if you need me to draw like the actual like position tool idea, I would be looking for something like so. Like this is when I would look to go long, and that's a 4R, something I would look for. But I'll wait for that to occur. Whoops. Get that out of the way. US 30, folks, that long idea will be when we close back in this box. I can't long blindly the US 30, folks, on the right side of your screen just because price comes up and hits this, because that would be longing into a box. Retail doesn't know it's there. So once we close, that's an acceptance in the system to push up. So that's something that I would be watching. You have to be okay missing out on little things like this. It'll keep you from getting trapped. Like most retail traders think they must get in the market as soon as price opens for New York. And you don't have to. You can make plans as price runs through. So right now, we're looking for this is the ES SPY SPX, folks. Something I'll be watching. The circles where I place would be where I have the ideas of what I would like the markets to do. So watch like this. I'm okay missing out on whatever's in this collection. And if you look at the London session here, why would you want to get trapped in that would be my question. You know what I mean? So close in one of those circles should bring the higher probability move. NQ, same thing, that circle to push up. But right now, still overall looking like that. London is trying to shift bullish market structure, but looking for this over so. See right now, US 30, folks, how it hits the box live, and immediately the bots start taking profit, just trapping those retail traders. That's why I will wait for a close inside of this box. We've been accepted, and now I can try to scalp up to the open. But I will not short any of these candles just slightly dipping into the box. Look at the sell as they trap those people. Forex traders, Aussie's opening red. As we talked about, the Aussie is opening into a bearish reversal box. DXY is slightly red at this open, which means the euro and the pound are going to remain slightly green. As soon as DXY loses this open right here, the euro is going to push up quite strong. So something to be aware of. The euro, and this is from a scalp opportunity. Watch this euro, folks. Right now, the euro is above our day boxes. So looking for the euro to complete this idea into the swing box. If you use euro futures, it's going to be slightly different. But if you use the FX or the Owanda chart based off of what you execute on, this is what it would look like. All of our assets are custom to each exchange specifically. So you can use what you want that works best for you. Silver continued that big gigantic short from the swing. Remember live, we hit this box and now we've pushed straight down. And now we are below this during New York. You simply look to target the next box lower. Oil got to the top of the box and currently has a red opening candle. These are the two views for oil that we're watching. And I'll just slide this over now that New York has open. Getting into this box is the area that I would lastly look for oil to push down to the scalp target. Close above, I'll show you the last version. Oil traders close above this box, then I would look to push higher. And then I can quickly move between assets Silver, close below this box, then look to target the next box lower. So someone who's not in the market yet, you can snap quickly between assets and then try to calculate moves that you want to happen. So for this being an option for gold folks on the left side of your screen, close in the box and now have an acceptance back down to the other side of the box. US 30, that sell continues to occur into the box. You're almost all the way back to open. So US 30, folks, when it closes inside that box, that's where that bullish move is really going to kick in. Right now, all those traders are getting destroyed who are longing the open. And then ESNQ, folks, as you guys are more bullish now. And the reason, like this is, again, it can really help you guys as if you're someone who trades index futures like we do. As price is pushing up right now, you see how US 30 is really struggling. You see this candle, opening New York candle, is literally at open. But the NQ is straight bullish and the ES is straight bullish at open. We've only been open for 5 minutes. But they don't have a box that they're smacking into. So if you're someone who's like, I use all three indexes to decide what I want to do, but I don't always trade each one. I pick one over the other. These are not at a box for a bearish reversal. This one is. So that's why I was telling you I wouldn't look to long US 30 because I'm not going to long into a box. It needs to close inside of it as a scalper to even have a bullish momentum up. But just showing you why that US 30 candle is struggling so much when the ES and NQ have pushed up. I mean, they haven't moved much. You don't have to react as soon as the market's open during New York. But just showing you why the bots keep selling live on that candle. And if I go to really small candles, you'll see how clear the wicks are. So every single time we hit into this box, 1, 2, and that was the third time now live with this candle. Give me 1 second. I'll make it bigger so you guys can see as well. And then this could be the one that when you close inside, breaks bullish and closes above. Just give me a second. There you go. See that first big sell? And where you're like, oh, that sell's not that big. Look how far down that went. That's where it stopped. And so now this is the third time because this same candle already pushed up. You see how the bots are still selling US 30 live right into this box, trying to continue to trap those retail traders. You get that close above the box, then you can look to run it up to open like we talked about. This is what it would look on a 5 minute, and then I tend to stay on 5 and or 15 minute candles. And I'll stay on that 15 minute right now. You can use whichever candle you like. ES has gotten to the first target, folks. See that line? That's that scalp target we talked about that I said close above that scalp target and then I can look to be bullish. Close below that initial circle to push down. The NQ almost made it to target, by the way. But you can see live how that candle is also selling. So it helps me. I don't want to get trapped at the top of a candle because my fills are going to be up here on spreads. So it helps me to not get trapped by using the system to plan out ideas, and now you're seeing that line get hit. US 30, you've sold again, by the way. Just showing you why patience helps. Look at the candle. Straight back down again. So if you're someone that gets wrecked in these after you fill these little fair value gaps, that's why it helps to wait for a candle to close in the box if you're going to be bullish versus getting chopped up inside of that candle. DXY, Euro, Forex, folks, you haven't really moved much so far in this open. You're just staying where the exact candle is. DXY is still leaning slightly bearish just because of the color of the candle. Euro is the same. See if the Aussie is still producing that initial short idea. It did put in a new short or shorter low. Oh my gosh, sorry. It did put in a low on the stream for Euro. When you close below this box, you see how there's like nothing. So that tells me if the Euro closes below our box, this could be quite the short opportunity for ideas on Euro from a demo and paper trading purpose. Reminder, this is not financial advice. I am just trying to entertain and educate as we look to predict through markets. Silver is holding the box. See this initial view, right? Or so a gold holding that initial view. I try to flip through as many assets as possible that our traders use So if you're someone who joins the system and you trade something specific, you can make requests and ask, and I can look to help you. You see right now live on oil, just showing you guys like how this works from a live perspective. It's super important. It's a nuanced thing. New York opens for oil, but you see how it's smacking. This is our day box. I told you earlier for our day traders, and you can see this first initial view like that. That's what New York's producing. It's hard to long into our box. So those retail traders who go long on oil right on the opening of New York are now trapped because you're longing into this box. Instead, if you want to long, you should wait for an acceptance candle in this box to then push up higher. So helps us not to make the decision too early and get trapped. Excuse me. ES folks, you are now above our entrance criteria line for continuing to long up into the daily open. I'll check it on a 5-minute. We did get a 5-minute close. So if you're someone who likes to use 5-minute candles, that activation point is there for you. The smaller the candle you use, the higher probability you're going to get stopped out. That's why we try to teach bigger candles. Notice that we're not at any boxes. Just from a demo and education standpoint, I'm just trying to show you this little line running across the screen was that first idea. So as long as we're above that line, I'll look to try to get to open as we said before. And then if we are below that line, then I'll look to get down to the original idea of pushing downwards. This is why like I said, the smaller the candle you use, the higher probability you're going to look to get stopped. But we want to see these 5-minute candles now. If you're going to use that, stay above that line. See how it's went down, pushed the initial people out, and now it's pushed back up. If you go to a 15-minute, that candle hasn't closed. The NQ now has also gotten to target. So that gets a candle close. Let's see if it closed on a 5-minute above it. Yep, to the tick. There's that 5-minute close. There's the initial stop hunt once it went down. So that entrance criteria, if you're a 5-minute trader, as long as you hold this little line, looking to finish the idea up to open. And just want to show you again, everybody, if you're a futures trader, look at the candle size on the ES and on the NQ right now. Look at the candle size on US 30. The US 30 looks like it's stopped. And the reason why these two are not struggling is because they don't have our reversal box. Like if I turn off the companion app, there's no box. Our box is down here. There's nothing in the way. But if you look at US 30, all those traders that see the NQ and the ES going bullish right now, they're going to continue to try to long US 30, and it's smacking into our box. And our box is saying, no, not today. Look at the ES now, where that initial red candle that I told you that might make you nervous, look how it's put in a new high. Where that 5-minute might cause issues is, again, when it closes below that line. The line is not random. The line is this scalp target that I told you earlier on stream. We use that as a bias giver when a session opens. And that was the first close above it. Trying our best to do this as live as possible so people can see. The NQ is the higher probability right now, and it's holding a lot stronger to try to get to that first open target. US 30 just put, not in a new low, but almost went to the exact open low of that candle, just showing that struggle for the NQ right now. Silver back below the box. Gold, silver pretty much in the same spot. Look at the live rejection on oil right now, guys. In the top of the swing box, this is this big yellow box, but look at the day box doing its thing. This is what we talked to you guys about. It has to get accepted in the box with the close to remain bullish. If not, when New York open, and this is the New York open candle, retail traders will long. They will get trapped in the top. Those spreads will put them way up here. And now the algorithm is showing us this is where price should sell for the day. Where would we flip bullish on oil? Like we said earlier, you need to get a close in the box to push higher up. So oil doing its thing live. Silver still below the box. Aussie, by the way, just put in a new low on stream live. There you go. See the wick all the way down here? As soon as we close below that box, that short on Aussie will look pretty good. And there's the move on ES. Sorry I keep flipping. I'm trying to show as many assets as possible. Look at the long on ES now, folks. Look. There's the close. Straight up. Almost a target. So this is one of those things like we try to help. It's really hard, everybody, and don't let anyone lie to you. Like, to navigate markets live is not easy. It's so easy to come back with hindsight. That's why we talk about trying to predict what markets are going to do and make plans. And so you can see now, like, that little idea of where our scalp target is, that was my entrance criteria. Same thing on the NQ. And now the ES is almost a target. I haven't moved this drawing or the circle. And where that initial wick on that candle makes a lot of people worried, this first wick that came down, that's not from retail traders like doing anything. It's or from everyone going to short. All it was like the initial bigger players are taking profit on the initial long. And there's target. Well, you're at the Asia session, almost to that full target. US 30, folks. It did close just now in the box. And the candle is immediately selling off. So for me, my entrance criteria for US 30, folks, I would just have a slightly higher close. This tells me I don't want to trade US 30. I would rather look at the ES and the NQ. Right now, the ES to the tick is rejecting from the Asia high, if you're someone who likes to use sessions. But that initial close and push up. NQ, as long as we still hold this little line that I have drawn across from our companion indicator for True Algo, you'll see this blue line will disappear if I turn it off. And now it's gone. As long as we hold that, we'll look to get up to open. DXY remaining slightly bearish. Your Aussie, folks, again, once we close below that box, the Aussie will become quite bearish. The Euro should be slightly higher. Oops, wrong asset, sorry. Keeping this one on DXY. Euro still just holding. Forex is not the ones that are doing much during this session so far. Gold holding that initial long idea as long as it holds that box. And then oil split between the boxes right now. But you can see how low that candle went right here, guys, from that day box. And then ES, as all these wicks make people all super nervous, the ES is right back at the top of that candle. So if you're someone that's constantly getting trapped, again, the predictive ability or the live streams I think can help you a lot. That's what we're here for. Notice that US 30 continues to struggle over and over again as it smacks into our box. So for me, I'll continue to not look at US 30, the NQ and the ES, SPY, SPX, folks. It's a better idea to be on those two charts right now compared to being on US 30, unless you're only looking to short US 30. If you're only looking to long US 30, you are longing into a box, and that's not a good or high probability idea. Hope you guys are all doing well. We've been open for about 17 minutes. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Our mods are doing a real good job of trying to answer them in chat, and I'm trying to do my best to check back and forth to assist you guys. ES is all the way back at the top of that candle. NQ is back to being green. US 30 continues to be red. See what it looks like on a 5. I want to see if this 5-minute candle actually closed in the box or just slightly below it. It'll be the tiniest little thing. And these are things like we try to do, especially if you're someone who's like back testing the system. By the way, the ES did just put in a new high. It's coming to that open, that initial take profit idea. But US 30, folks, like, this is one of the things, like, if you're someone who trades, if you're on a different exchange, let's say instead of using the US 30 on this, you're using US 30 on ACAP. Are you willing to say it doesn't even register, it's one tick. It doesn't even register a percent. Like, it's not even 100th of a percent on this asset, where that tiny bit of close above would cause you to flip completely bullish. And this is where we talk to people in our tutorials and in our live streams about setting criteria for entrances that are slightly above or below a box. Like, see the circle? It's not right on the line. It's above it for an idea. And now you can see US 30 is absolutely getting destroyed from all those people that continue to long right where this box starts. Just destroying those people. That's 30 handles straight down, by the way. Sorry, 22 handles, sorry. Euro and DXY are in the identical spot still. Gold has gotten halfway through the idea so far, guys. I'm drawing sideways, but you can see this candle, that little whoop, has pushed up, and now we're in that consolidation phase from the original drawing to try to get up to open. Oil has put in a new low on the live stream. As you can see, there you go, right there. Seeing it live. As it rejects from the day box. Let me get this stuff out of the way. And then silver, folks, you are way more bullish than gold, by the way. And then you're seeing this happen. Also, people who are members of our indicator. Guys, on Sunday's stream, I talked to you all. We said that silver would be the bigger mover, not gold this week. And look where gold is currently, right now, in our system. You see how it's down here by the day box in the GP box? Look where we hit today on silver. So silver is that bigger mover today. So something to be aware of. It's going great from Sunday's stream. ES continues to hold that long idea up here. US 30 with a nasty wick. And this is, again, the action of not doing something. Like, I do not want to be on US 30 right now. If I'm looking to go long. Look how far down that candle went. So I will continue to look at NQ and ES, and we'll talk to our members from like an education and entertainment standpoint, not financial advice, why the ES and the NQ continue to be that higher probability, because US 30 from a long position is not something I'm interested in. I'm not going to long into a box. I look for reasons to continue to reject lower from the box. I'm going to stay on for about 10 more minutes. So longer than we were here last week. I hope that I've been helpful to you all. Just a reminder, what you're seeing right now is what we do 5 days a week during New York. We are on live to help our members learn how to use the indicators or just get some coaching. We are very quick to answer questions. You can ask your questions as much as you want in the live streams so that we can assist you. And just learning how to use it and how we view markets. You don't have to abandon everything you've ever learned and done in markets. If you're someone who uses ICT, smart money concepts, if you're someone who uses Fibonacci, if you're someone who uses trendline breaks, like any of those things that you want to use, you can figure out how our system helps predict where they're going to play out the best. We just put in a new high just now on the ES, by the way, that new candle. Gold idea still holding. Silver will flip bullish once it can close above the box. Again, you can see the bots live. If people were longing silver right here at the top, you don't long the top of a box. And you're seeing what's happening to those retail traders. And oil put in a new low again from the day trade box right here as it pushes down. And just, again, all of the current members of our system, especially if you're on anything that's commodity related with oil, guys, please go look at my oil level. We talked about it right here at the top. See if I can pop it up on here. This was the ideas given on the euro, by the way. Right there. That was the idea given on Sunday's stream for oil. Looks absolutely fantastic. Man, Forex is quite boring in this first 22 minutes of market open, and that's totally okay. I would love right around, if you're someone who stays on New York session, right around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I think the break is going to happen for DXY to really muscle down and Euro to muscle up. Or right around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when the reversal will happen, where it pushes down quite harshly. I would like the Euro to at least get up to the swing box if you're using the non-futures chart for the Euro. US 30 just continues to consolidate from the box. Any last minute questions I can help you with, guys? For all of you that are trying to do the giveaway for our indicator, we're giving out 2 free memberships from today's stream. You need to like and subscribe to our, 1, like this video, but 2, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then just make sure you take a screenshot of you sharing the stream link on your socials, and you can get 1 entry per share that you do. We'll give out 2 free 1-month memberships to our indicator. You're on the VIP side, it's a $300 It's a free $300 asset class and indicator and service that you're getting. So we hope you enjoy that as you go into the holidays if you celebrate any of them. And then you'll get to enjoy and we'll announce that winner on Friday. You'll be able to have access to our macro stream on Saturday. There's a holiday on Monday next week for the USA, so markets are not open on Monday. Crypto will be, so if you're a crypto trader, we'll still be around. Notice that this consolidation phase, this doesn't stress me out. Like, where most traders are going to continue to try to push and make a lot of things happen right now. Look at US 30. It's just sitting exactly almost where New York opened, but that consolidation phase that we talked about. NQ continues to hold above the original entrance idea. US or ES, you're above the original entrance idea. This is those consolidation phases that really mess with people. And this is where I think the live streams can help, because it's not out of box. Same thing why I told you on US 30, the only reason is to look for reasons to short the US 30 from an education and entertainment standpoint. And as you're seeing, as we educate and entertain, it is doing what we asked. And now, as I say that, the NQ literally puts in a new high. I'm hoping in the next 4.5 minutes we can get to that target. Again, this is the idea that was drawn, and we are so close to the target idea. It's almost there. These are those candles that retail traders get really trapped in because they always are going to try to snipe the high to short. And this is why we gave that 5-minute line idea. It's almost there. Every one of those muscle up too causes the US 30 to get a little bit green. Trying to see if we can get here live on the stream. But even the initial idea is what? How far up? That's 20 handles, folks. 80 ticks. Depending on where your fill is. Oil still holding the red. Silver almost trying to close above. Gold is put in a new high from the initial long idea. Reversing, again, just live showing you like gold. We said earlier, smacking into the box. See where I try to show members where the circles are is where the close you want to then go that direction. You can see the close is down here because it has to close in the box. And like I told you guys earlier, it can't close like on the line. It has to close in the box. We also have 2 boxes stacked on each other today. And now you're seeing that bullish move straight up out of the box during the New York session. Ah, man, I shouldn't have clicked off. There you go, folks, to the tick. The NQ idea has now fully played out. So for me, any of the current members, as we're getting ready to get off here, guys, that full NQ idea played out. I'll look to be bullish now on the NQ when we can get a close above that open. And then if not, this is an area from a scalper's mentality. You will now want to look to come and retest that initial line that I had. But just so you can see from the tick, again, look at the sell now. As soon as we got to the full take profit idea, now the NQ sells. So if you're someone like, there's systems out there that help. You have your own way of doing things. If you just need someone like in your ear, which I'm doing right now, to help you with your ideas that are already playing out the way you want, and sometimes like you get a little roughed up in these little consolidation candle phases, and you just need someone to keep talking you through. Again, none of this is financial advice. We're just here to educate and entertain. You can see, and if you think this is entertaining, we will be here. Come join our Discord. Make sure you post your screenshot for the holiday giveaway from this stream that you shared the stream and put it inside of the holiday channel we created in our Discord. Ask questions. We're here to help. We try to show you guys live. This isn't the service that I think everybody else offers. We have a different type of community. We have a 24/7 predictive indicator, and you get live coaching every single day during the New York session to help you. That's what we're here to do. We really are here to help educate and entertain and help you become better in predicting what markets are wanting to do, not try to sell you snake oil like what other people do. So that's all we have. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I appreciate you guys spending the time on this right now. We are running a last end of the year flash sale for anyone who wants an annual plan. So if you want to save 50% off for the entire year, our annual plan is available at 50% off right now. And again, please like, share this stream to be entered into our giveaway on your social platforms. And then lastly, for members, as I'm about to get off, I'm looking for that ES to still get to its final take profit idea from a demo and paper trade purpose. And then once it closes above that open, we can look to lend ourselves bearish or then look to lend ourselves, bullish or look to lend ourselves bearish if it closes later underneath it. But looking for at least to finally get to that complete idea. you guys can see live the NQ, the long idea that we presented. It pushes up to the exact take profit of the open, and now it has started to sell off. And the US 30, for I don't know how many times is this now. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is now the 5th time US 30 is smacked into the box and immediately started rejecting. So this is what can really help you. So if your idea is just to keep longing this lower side of New York into our box, it's worked out great. Every time it hits the box, look at the sell. All right, folks, I'm out. I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope the rest of you guys all have a fantastic day. Thank you.